Hi everyone! Today I'll be explaining a demo of a decentralized music streaming TApp. So to explain this concept, I'm going to create two characters. On the left, we have Bob, who is a debuting music artist with an album ready to release. And on the right, we have Lucy, one of Bob's biggest fans. Bob decides to use his platform to host his music. He uploads his new album and he calls his friend Lucy to tell her the good news. Lucy, as an amazing friend, congratulates Bob and asks what she can do to help. But before we get further into the storyline, let's rewind for a second and see how this might have played out if Bob had chosen to instead use a centralized streaming platform. For example, Spotify. So at the moment, Spotify only pays its artists $0.00437 per stream. That's less than a cent. As artists and creators, artists put a lot of work and effort into their music, and they deserve to be compensated fairly. But centralized music platforms do not do this. They only pay artists such a minimal amount, and most times the platform earns more money than the artists themselves. Obviously, this does not sit well with creators such as Bob, who complains to Spotify that he's not making any money. And in response, Spotify says, "You've got to market your own music as an independent artist." But here's the problem with that. Bob is a musician. He can create music. That's his forte, not marketing. Sure, he can create excellent music, but he doesn't have marketing skills, which means that he doesn't know how to market his music. So there's gotta be a better way. There has to be some solution to solve the problem of the creator economy. And that's what we have created. So going back to our original scenario, we have Lucy texting Bob, "What can I do to support you?" And Bob replies, "Well, you can listen to my music, you can buy my premium songs, you can share my music with others, or you can invest in me as an artist and my music." Now, this concept might seem a bit foreign because when we think of investing, our mind immediately goes to perhaps investing in a company or investing in stocks. But when we think of investing in a person or investing in a person's work, that concept might seem a little strange. So let's explain that more in depth. And that's where the bonding curve comes in. So with the bonding curve, people can buy Bob's token, which will give him a portion of that money to invest in instruments, recording devices, etc. This way, you as a token buyer are directly supporting Bob by buying his token. And that's not even the best part. You as a listener can also earn money. Check it out. On the right, here's an example of a bonding curve. You'll see two lines, one red, one blue. The red one is the buying curve and the blue one is the selling curve. You can also see the formulas of each curve posted above the image, although I will be explaining how we got the coefficient of 0.8 in a later slide. For now, the most important takeaway is that the bonding curve relates the number of tokens, or the supply, to the price of each token. As the supply of tokens goes up, so does the price. So Lucy, as a shareholder, she can also earn money by selling her token for a higher price than what she bought it for, similar to the idea of stocks. And this is exactly right. Because price increases when supply increases, the more people who buy Bob's token, the higher their token will be valued. And how will supply increase? Well, when others also invest in Bob and buy his tokens. But there's more. When you buy Bob's token, you are considered a shareholder of his music. Whenever Bob earns money from streams, you as a shareholder can also earn money based on what percentage of the investing pool that you hold. These are called dividends, and they're set by each artist for themselves. For this example, we'll just assume that Bob's picks the 20-80 split. This means that for every token purchase, Bob will directly get 20% of the money. The remaining 80% are shares split between the token holders. Also, whenever Bob earns money from streams, 80% will be split between the investing pool. This is also why the selling curve in the bonding curve has a coefficient of 0.8. That relates to the dividends that are set by Bob. Does that make sense? I think so, but maybe we should give an example. Of course, this is a relatively new concept, so it might help to give another example to clarify the exact meaning. So let's try it out. So going back to square one, we have Bob and Lucy. Bob tells Lucy, "Hey, I've uploaded my music. Go check it out and see if you like it." Lucy does like it and says, "I love your music. I bought 5 tokens for 7.45 T in total." Just a brief explanation of how we got that price. It can be found using integration or finding the area under the curve. I've attached the formula to the bottom here for your viewing pleasure. You can also try to solve it yourself. Alright, so Bob receives 20% of Lucy's token purchase and spends some money buying more equipment, such as mics, recording devices, etc., anything to help him produce better quality music. And of course, you can see the little footnote I put there. The distribution percentages, we call them theta, they are decided by the artist, and these are just referred to as dividends, which I have explained in the previous slides. In the meantime, while Bob is on his spending spree, Lucy realizes that, if I can get more people to buy Bob's token, my token's price will increase, meaning that if I sell it later, I can earn money from that. So with this realization, she goes around to all of her friends and tells them about Bob. She says, "Hey, check out this artist," and her friends say, "Okay." So Bob begins gaining listeners because his fans, also known as Lucy, are marketing for him. And he earns, let's just say, for example, he earns 100 T in streaming revenue. Because of his 2080 model, he gets to keep 20 T, 20% of 100, and 80 T, 80% of 100, is split within his investor pool. For this example, we'll just assume that there are currently 3 token holders and they each hold equal weights, meaning that they each hold the same amount of tokens. So 5 tokens is 33% of 80, and this amounts to 26.4 T per token holder. So going back to the bonding curve, it turns out Lucy's friends brought a total of 15 tokens, making the total number of tokens 20. This makes the selling price per token 3.58 T. And you can find this just by looking at the curve or plugging in the number of tokens into this bonding curve formula. Lucy sells her 5 tokens at this time for 16.72 T, making her a profit of 9.27 T. And again, this is found using integration, this formula right over here. And it's also important to note that this 9.27 T in profit she has, it's only from the bonding curve. Remember dividends? Well, the chances are Lucy has also earned some money just by being a shareholder and just by holding Bob's token. So this profit that she earns, 9.27 T, is only from the bonding curve, although she has probably earned a lot more money from dividends. So in summary, Bob gets curated marketing, and he can immediately start earning money. He can concentrate on producing music, and his fans will market for him. Lucy, as a fan, can also earn money by helping Bob market his work, by sharing with her friends and investing in Bob's music. So it's a win-win scenario. But what about us, the platform? How do we earn money if we're not going to be like Spotify and take a cut out of each artist's profit? Well, we earn in a similar way that fans do. The bonding curve naturally rewards early investors or token buyers, and as a platform, we're obviously the earliest possible investors. After all, artists are being hosted on our platform, which would mean we're the first eye on their music. If we think artists have potential, we'll invest our own tokens into them. So when they become successful in the future and when they start earning revenue, we will also earn as token holders. So similar to fans. Apart from that, we will also have our own bonding curve, which will allow other people, even if they're not in our platform, to buy our shares and earn in the same way that I previously explained in these slides. So it's a win-win-win scenario. As our artists monetize, so do we. And we each perform roles that'll help other parties on the platform monetize and earn money. So that is it for this presentation. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you understood it. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. But in the meantime, I will see you guys later.